In this video, we're going to talk about modeling tools in Unreal Engine 5, and in particular, we're gonna create some architectural models. So we're gonna try to use these modeling tools to create architecture for exterior and interior design. So I'm gonna launch the third-person scene that I've been using also from the previous lessons. And we saw in the previous lesson how to create some primitive objects. So we created some real quick geometries here using the various modeling tools. Now, if I play the simulation here, I'm gonna just experiment real quick this scene. So everything we created so far looks okay. It has its own collisions and also a UV mapping, but sometimes you need to check on that. You need to fix that. So we're also gonna talk about these topics in this video. So you can have fun here to create a lot of primitives, but to a certain point, perhaps you want to then create something more realistic and more precise. Now, we saw that we can block out models with Unreal Engine 5, but we can also get some more details from, let's say, compared to previous versions. Now, right here, you can see I've created this kind of architecture, real simple, and you can see I can jump around here. And just to show you from the top view, I extruded exterior part of this architectural project. So I just jump out the simulation right now just to show you that everything looks nice, and I'm gonna show you how to insert references, how to insert reference images. Then you can like model on top of those to get more realistic effect or more precise effect when you need to create architecture, either for exterior design or interior design. So this is just a couple of examples of a couple of modeling tools that we're gonna see. And before we actually get into that, I just want to show you one quick thing about the objects that you create using modeling tools. For example, here I've created a donut. So if I double click on that, I can see here the various information. So I can check the collisions. So if I go to simple collision, you can see that this model doesn't really have simple collision. It's already really complex. Now we talk about the importance of setting up the model with the correct collisions and smoothing groups and all that stuff. So we're going to continue to talk about these topics also with other models that we create here in Unreal Engine. So if I double click on this other one here, let's do the same thing. So I'm gonna switch to simple collision, and you can see there are too much. Let's say that this was like a simple column. Now these were too many collisions. So what I can do here is just go into collision. You can see that you cannot remove those, but if I apply a box simplified collision, that would be enough for a column to jump on top of that. So if I don't want to use those, remember that you need to go here in the details and let's look for collisions. And you can see down here at the bottom that right now it's using the complex collisions as simple. So it's using basically the geometry, so the number of polygons and faces that are inside that mesh to generate collisions, which is not really good if you have many polygons. Now, right now we don't have so many, but think about if you increase the number of faces here to have a smoother result for the mesh, not for the collisions. Well, then you're gonna have really complex collisions, but you don't really need that. So just set this to project default and regenerate here. You can also use capsule or box or something more complex, but don't leave those complex collisions right there. So as you can see, even if we are inside Unreal Engine, we can still fix and adjust our object that we're gonna create. Now you can see also I have a 0 LODs, and you can also generate LODs. And also let's see the UVs. We only have one UV, but again, if we use nanite, we won't need the LODs, and if we use lumen, we won't need the UVs. But if you want, you can still create UVs in here. So if I type here UV, there we go, you can generate light map UVs. So let's just save this. And well, there's nothing right now, but if I close this and apply, then if I go back inside, there you go, I'm gonna have two. One is for material, one is for light maps, if I ever need those. But you can see that you can generate LUTs, you can generate UVs, you can generate collisions, and also smoothing effects within Unreal Engine. Okay, now let's see how we can use references. So I've created here a reference image or a reference plane. How we can do that? It's really simple. So we need to go step by step. The first thing we need to do is let's access the modeling tools. So I'm gonna go to select mode, and from select mode to modeling mode, and I can create a rectangle right here. There we go. So this is 1 meter times 1 meter. So it's fine if our image will be like a square image. But you can see here that I'm using a rectangular image. So I'm gonna delete this. And before I actually jump into the creation here, so you can give some proportions. You need to know what the proportions of your image are. So I have one image right here that I've saved into a folder called images in the course main folder. And this is a plan view of an apartment. As you can see, it's the one that I've been using right there. So what I would do here is to check the dimensions or proportions. So if I right click, sorry, I need to go higher and go to properties, go to details tab, and here you can see this is 1590 times 855. So this is the exact dimensions that we need to set in the Unreal Engine editor when we create our rectangle. So I'm gonna type here for the width 1590, and this right now will be in centimeters, but then we will also need to change the scale. Press tab, and I'm gonna type here 855 centimeters depth. And there you go. So we have that proportions, but you can see it's a little bit smaller than the other one. Now we can also rotate if we want. So let's say that we want to rotate this 90 degree. Okay, so we're gonna place it right here. And then I'm gonna say complete. So this is now a standard plane. And we can see that UV mapping now it's working in this way. When you see this checkerboard, this means how the UV maps are placed, the UV maps concerning the material. So probably we will need to fix this, but let's first set to the right scale. Now to create the material for this, to use the image, all we need to do here is just get the image, click it and drag it inside the content drawer, which is now closed. So I need to open up the content drawer, and I've already done that. So let me just uncheck the filter here for the materials. And you can see here I created a folder called references where I can place all my references. And this is the material right here. So all you need to do really, it's just click and drag right here the image. And this is now gonna be reimportation. So it's just replacing this one here because it has the same name. So if I want to create another one, let's call this plan view. Okay, click and drag, and it closed the content drawer, and there you go. So you can see it created the image. Now with the image, I'm gonna click and drag it on top of the rectangle. And I'm just gonna wait for a few seconds. It's gonna create a material, and it's going to show up that material on that plane. And you can see that it's not correctly mapped for what we need to do. Well, you can see it's kind of stretched and it's cut in this part, so it's definitely not good for what we need to do. We need to fix this.